An extraordinary Irish performance, an extraordinary win. Physical from start to finish. The Irish stood up to that challenge. The Irish bench stood up to the challenge as well. There were question marks aplenty coming into this game. Ireland have answered a lot of questions today.
Yeah, they have. They've gone toe-to-toe physically with the biggest team in the world champions. We haven't played South Africa in a number of years now, so we weren't quite sure how we would go against them because we haven't had that exposure to such a big team in the last few years. They were phenomenal. I think the amount of pressure they absorbed in that first 20, 30 minutes, we asked the question off air, is this sustainable? How long can they keep going on like this?
Well, you said no when I asked you off air.
Yeah, well, they did it for 80 minutes, and we had question marks about the bench. They came on and they were brilliant. Jimmy O'Brien was unbelievable. He gave Ireland that left-footed exit, which they used a few times. Gibson Park, superb. The front row, they were all excellent.
Yes. Ireland absorbed so much pressure and then scored some great tries of their own.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like the bench came on in the second half and ran amok and started, playing some good rugby up the tempo. That was only off the back of the work they did in the first 30 minutes. Yeah. The intensity was through the roof. South Africa brought everything we thought they were going to bring and more, and I thought Ireland just matched it. They went toe-to-toe with the most physical rugby team in the world for 30 minutes. They took the sting out of them, and they set the platform to kick on and produce that performance in the second half.
Ding dong, the witch is dead. Stop telling me Irish teams can't take on big packs.
Well, as recently as Paris, we didn't think they could.
Yeah, there you go. Ding dong, the witch is dead. They just proved it. You're only as good as your last game, and that was sensational. That was absolutely, but a sensational game of rugby. And it also had another effect. It made South Africa, they forced South Africa to play. South Africa changed that tactics at about the 55-minute mark, just after Josh scored his try. And then they started to run, which put pressure back on Ireland, and they tackled magnificently. It was just a great performance all round.